Imagine you are 7 years old. It is midnight and you are standing in a dark kitchen. In the next room, the adults are screaming, and upstairs, your younger sibling is crying. Without a second of hesitation, you pick up the phone. You know the number by heart. You call your grandmother and use your calmest, most adult voice. You tell her everything is fine, but maybe she should come over. In that moment, you became a crisis negotiator before you even learned how to ride a bicycle. You mastered emotional management before you mastered spelling. This was not because you were gifted or special. It was because your nervous system learned something dangerous. It learned that being a child was not safe. It learned that survival meant growing up before you were ready. Today, we are going deep into the psychology of the child who grew up too fast. I will show you how this reshaped your brain, why you still feel like you are waiting for a disaster to happen, and the exact steps to finally put down the weight you were never meant to carry. Stay with me until the very end, because the last thing I will share is the one shift that changes everything for your recovery. When psychologists look at children who take on adult roles, they use the term parentification. This means the roles reversed. Instead of the parent providing safety for the child became the therapist and the protector for the parent. This does not just change your memories. It literally rewires your developing brain. Your brain does not finish growing until you are about 25 years old. But when a child is forced to manage adult emotions, the brain does something incredible. It adapts. It creates a set of silent rules for the nervous system. The first rule is that other people's emotions are an emergency, while your own emotions are a burden. Your amygdala, the alarm center of your brain, becomes hypersensitive. It is like having a smoke detector that goes off every time someone even thinks about lighting a match. You learn to read the room before you learn to read books. You scan faces for micro-expressions and listen for shifts in voice tone to see if it was safe to speak. This leads to what experts call split maturity. You might be extremely competent and serious in your work or during a crisis, yet feel emotionally confused or overwhelmed in private. You became skilled at managing others, but you never learned how to be managed or care for yourself. This is why so many people who grew up too fast struggle to relax. When the house is quiet and there is no crisis, your nervous system actually feels more anxious, not less. To your body, calm does not feel calming. Calm feels suspicious. It feels like the quiet moment right before a storm hits. You became addicted to the chemistry of stress, the cortisol, and adrenaline, because those were the only tools you had to stay safe. Now, as an adult, you might feel like you only have value when you are being useful. You apologize for taking up space. You explain yourself too much. You feel a deep, invisible guilt for simply resting. Psychology calls this a survival response known as fawning. Alongside fight, flight, and freeze, fawning means keeping yourself safe by pleasing others and anticipating their needs before they even speak them. As a child, this strategy worked. It reduced conflict and made an unstable home more predictable. But as an adult, it slowly exhausts you. It lives in your body as chronic tension, headaches, or digestive issues. Your body has been preparing for a danger that ended years ago, but your nervous system has not received the message that the war is over. Many adults who grew up this way fall into the caretaker pattern. You are drawn to people who need fixing or saving. You feel valuable when you are needed, but you feel invisible when you are not. Or you go to the other extreme of hyper-independence. You do everything alone. You reject help. You appear strong, but inside you are lonely. Depending on others feels unsafe, because as a child, it was. You are paying for your adulthood with your childhood. So how do we start to heal? Healing does not mean becoming weak. It means updating the rules your nervous system learned too early. It starts with seeing the pattern clearly. You can say, they did the best they could, and also say, it was not enough for me. Both can be true. You need to start giving yourself micro permissions. This means intentionally doing something that is just for you, even if it feels selfish. It means practicing the word no without an explanation. At first, this will feel like a crime. Your heart will race, and you will feel intense guilt. Sit with that discomfort, but do not obey it. The most powerful shift happens when you reconnect with the child you were. Visualize that version of yourself at 7 or 8 years old. That child is still inside you, still scanning the room, still trying to keep everything together. Healing is about gently telling that part of you the truth. You can say, I have got this now. I am the adult now, and I can handle the crisis. You do not have to be the strong one anymore. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be messy. You are allowed to just be. Change does not feel dramatic. It feels quiet. One day you will rest without panic. One day you will ask for help and nothing bad will happen. One day someone will be disappointed in you and you will not collapse. Those moments mean your brain is learning a new rule, that love does not require self-sacrifice, that your worth does not depend on your usefulness. You were not born to carry everyone. You were born to be cared for too. And even if you did not get that as a child, you can begin giving it to yourself now. Without earning it, if this video spoke to a part of you that has been hidden for a long time, please know you are not alone. I want to ask you one question to help you reflect. What part of you learned to grow up too fast? And what would it need from you today to finally feel safe enough to rest? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let us start a conversation about putting down the weight. Thank you for watching at MindVits. Subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of you. It is time to stop surviving and finally start living.